I figured get this one out a little bit earlier, but it's my break. It's my reward. I've been going since 7:30, hardcore. So, how nice is a quiet night last night? Needed that. Right. Kristen was no call, no show. What I expected, knew it. I mean, was no come over to clean, get her stuff. But, the theme of today's show is just learning or to appreciate the set. Like, there's no accidents here. So I got the notification. The one app was that your registration had expired. Like, okay, must be, but I thought the other one's working. But I looked at it. It was that temporary one from first got the car, but that was like 2 weeks ago. So I was like, well, I'll just work the other Lyft app, just do that for a day, and then address it. But then I got in the car, I'll go already. Went on the app, and nope, that one got me too. So registration, you return it to the king. That's on the set, You say, okay, I don't own. That's what registration is representative of. So I thought, oh, that's kind of funny because, like, what is really going on here? Why would this seemingly on the set, guy just show up and just start cleaning like a banshee, like all down in that hard? Like, what's going on? What does he want? So like, it doesn't make any sense on the set of what I'm going through. Hey Masterson, if you do me a favor, man, I got so many things going on, but check with Cornell, man. See what records they have. I had a hit feeling that that's probably somewhere digitally archived. Those games. Masterson was like superstar. We played Penn and. 93, our junior year, and that was a great game. It was like the 94th something on TV. There's a lot of hype, and after that we were it was back in Ithaca, and we're in the bar, and there it was on ESPN. Masterson like getting a handoff, in the highlights, and I was like a magic moment. I was like, Masterson got the TV time. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. This is just my update of trying to dissect my life and like what really is going on in these lives. Here's live, but yesterday was like, I was like, man, that's like the Motley Fool stage of like waking up. I was just laughing like a hyena at everything, and but then, this morning it was everything's funny from up there, but down here it's just not so funny, right? And I had a whole a morning with that, trying to, like, maybe I should because you need to explain to them what's going on, like that laughter would trigger the anger, and I said, well, when she came home yesterday, I was like, wait, who is supposed to apologize? I was putting her on the TV, and it was a trigger, and so I addressed that, how I would go about that, and it's a process of, the first one is always going to be the one that sets the stone, the building. That's going to be the hardest one to address, and a little while ago, because I had gone through that, I'd had when I was a 5-year-old little boy in Yellow Springs, and I had re-experienced that, and what my mom was going through her mind, and and what I had, that emotion that I had just tucked that back down in there, and then there was another one in high school, but I was like, were there any others? And it was that one, that first one, as the little boy, just in those moments of just being held in my mother's arms and looking into her, her big brown eyes, and how much she loved me and how much I love her, and it was just that magicalness, how safe and secure I felt, and just all that, and then I think then getting that awareness that, oh, something might be spinning off the going haywire here, and all that goodness, that's what I had to get away. I had to put that somewhere, forget about it, suppress it, repress it, all that childhood trauma stuff. And oh yeah, no, I was buckets. So one morning I was just like, um, and I was like, what? I got to figure out some explanation for what I am doing, and like that too. That the father has not forgot about you, or if it's the mother has not forgot about you. It's here to deliver that message that and explain why it was doing that, and it's traumatic, and those tears will come. Yep, the the way out of the cave, it's take a quick stop in Sobsville and then head up toward Heaves Land, and that's what it is over there. But I mean, I did that for several hours, and I was like, man, this is going to be a watery podcast. If I go on there, and I'm in that state of that stuff coming up, but maybe it'd be helpful, and went through all that. But they were on. I just burned out that circuit a little bit. I needed a break, and so yesterday, how easy it is. We're kids or God down here playing with each other, and we'd like to torment the other ones and then laugh at them, right? Little John Boy, that was mine. Everybody went bang, 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 and I mean, right? It's just as life goes on, it's still that's still going on. You just get a little bit older, and then, well, maybe you should be a little nicer, and then people start having opinions, and someone pissed somebody off, and something out on the set, it was responsible for that. We start agreeing on that. We go into that. That is hysterical too. But for the people who don't know that, all they feel is the low part of that, the depression and that. It's sad. Molly listening. Trisha stopped in, and I got hers, and I was like, damn, these little. But they're the only ones that manifest that anything's happening is that it's all bad. But nobody's protecting the children. They're getting mixed up with the samadhi, getting into drugs, pharmaceutical as well, right? They're fighting with their loved ones. So that's the real protect the children. And as I was coming over here, well, okay, so like I was always playing that word game. Vader, yeah, you did. You deserved it. We'll have to do another Zoom here sometime, but so I got the message from my set that that wasn't to do today, and I said just went over, waiting to the kitchen, and there was the curtain hanging down. I see patterns. I'm cleaning up or helping, living next street, and then friends with like girl that works or lives over here, and but they have the same, like, I'm just seeing the same things down in those nooks and crannies, like and I thought about some of them, and that was another one that like broke me down. It's like heartbreaking to see that they're that those are those patterns of living, and but I took the curtain down. I saw a curtain rod. I was like, ooh, this is how hard this stuff is. This is like my James Bond, so there's like two sides. But that hyena laughing that's coming out yesterday that I discovered, that's the 6ix9ine, or that's the balcony seat to watch the show and enjoy the show. That's what that is, because everything is hilarious. Even the most, seemingly that we feel down here. That we see it for what it is and why it is happening, which can get into here shortly. That is still funny. It makes the show funny. It just doesn't feel so funny when you're in here, right? Because you're scared. I was scaring myself with this COVID. I thought it was something real, something out there beyond me. But it's just it's a symbol of what's going on in the real emotional, energetic generator that we are. We're dreaming the world. But they both like put curtains up with like staplers and thumbtacks, and I'm like, really? Like every time I'm going around all these steps, like what? But I was playing Boggle for just obsessively for like 10 years now, it's like, what's the point? It's a time waster. You know, I was like, can I quit? I did quit for a while. Go back and, but no, that thought process. That's what I'm going through right now. I see one thing, and but the next step is, oh, that one thing needs to be addressed, but that one involved a third thing. And it goes on for about like 10 steps till I get back to actually accomplishing that first task. So I needed those circuits to be in there. So I've been still playing a little bit, but I'm just so thorough and going through that board. I don't even know. I don't even check to see if I win or lose. Like, that's not even the point of it. And but it was just to get that together. That's what I'm dealing with now. These places, like, it's tough. Like, hard work. So I had to get a little bit of preparation in for that. But I pulled down the so curtains tack. So when I'm laughing at these things I'm doing, it's because it was put in the set by us. We agreed to all of this so we could watch it all. Like, that would be a good one. You know, that's a good one to observe, to watch us interact. So I just laugh at the things I'm coming across. So there's a curtain rod. I'm complaining about, you know, and here's a curtain text. Okay, that's good. And I pull the curtain down. Needs washed. So that brings me over here to the washer and dryer, and so I got that going. And then I'm over here. I'm like, well, I might just do one or two things, see if it's going to trigger them. This is my. Sean's got a coffee cup that says, "I'm the oldest. I make the rules." Because that's his parents snapped him out of his place when he was in 8th grade. So I try to make peace with why they would do that. Was it to be mean to you, or are they mean people? They don't even know what they're doing. You know, the whole it happened to them. But when you grow up, you're up on the surface looking around. You know, that's just a little kid. It's no big deal. You tucked it away. You don't even think that exists. That terror and trauma in that small child is so strong that it would be that, but it colors your entire life because you're finding stuff on the set to trigger that out. So you want to get that out and heal it. But, you know, I asked a little bit more deeply, like, well, why does that keep going on? Like, God is so loving, and well, we like to watch the show. That's part of the entertainment part of it. Your choice in there is to just participate in it. Things are good, things are bad. I got an opinion about this, opinion about that, or see it for what it is. We pre-agreed for this eternal dream to jump in and watch this unfold. And you know, and when things happen in the moment, there's the ego mind think, well, this is trying to figure out what's going on in this world, but the emotional energy and all that other part is all pieces of that experience. And so when you go back and remember that those events, you can see it, pick up a little more of the details of the stuff that were going on, and then but what happens is like, man, if there's a conspiracy theory, that's it. That we all conspired to come in here and play this game with each other. That's the real conspiracy theory. It's out there on the set, and it might be these guys over here and over here. That's just a show for the children, right? Seems like fucked up when you're playing it, but you see it for what that all really is. You know, like I had to laugh at Mom's thing because I was just like, I'm just gonna be tear buckets. I don't know if I go on here, I want to be able to get the message across. And but that was the jokester that said, well, what we really want to watch John Boy just staring into his mother's eyes and they love each other until for how long? When just that end, you know what I mean? Like, is that your whole life just Mom and I staring at each other? Right? So, like, we need some stuff to happen on the set. So you know, that's to make peace with what your parents, and you know, it hurt you, and that's where that trauma bond. And at first, it's gonna it's a little bit shocking. So that's what that means in the Bible. That it sneaks up like a thief in the night. You didn't know that it was there. You know, it's just been crouching tiger, whatever that was. It's just in there, and you know, it wants to come out, but to make the make the game more funny to watch when people get mad at each other. But right, if I'm just over here laughing, that's going to make them get mad at me. I'm going to get punched in the face. So I'm in a delicate area of the heart right now up here in Ohio with all this and trying, but yeah, why would this guy? I just on the set met her a few days ago, and now I'm cleaning her house like a banshee. What is going on? What is really going on? What does he want? But it's just the set. I'm in like repentance or atonement. For my sins for these last 40 years. I was participating in that, going about my life that way, spinning things up, and then boom, dropping the bomb on them, and then the emotions come out. That's what the guys are really watching. That 6ix9ine. But it could reveal itself. Sometimes I felt it when I was in those moments. It comes up. Someone asked me, when was the last time Molly and I had our last screen-versation? I saw that, the sparkle in her eye, what was really going on. But I relived that one, Molly, and I saw a little bit more of the whole thing, and I saw the little part of you that we were playing this game, that just, that. and then mine, because I was in the moment, I was just out, I didn't know where I was. But y'all was like, that's I got up pretty high there, screaming my lungs out. For my sister, that's where we're really playing the game, at that soul spirit level, the 96, and then just banging that ping pong in the light cage and the racquetball cage. Anything happen in there. It seems so traumatic if you don't know that. But that's where Molly and I really playing the game, and then that's on the set with all the other stuff. Oh man, that was too much. So throughout the day, I've just been cleaning hard here, like ridiculously hard in corners, and I'll be in how the show's gonna go, because I'm trying to think what should I put in there for that. But to help the children, that didn't have a skill set to live. I mean, it works, but it kind of works. But for me, it's not. I'm not them. I just feel how parents feel, because I'll go around and see that's good, and I feel that pride, a parent would, and then I see the other stuff, and this morning it was just heartbreaking, because I was in there living that, so it will enjoy the experience of what the kids do, and deserve a protected place, nice environment, where they want not to get hurt. So that's what my set is. I'll enjoy it as it transforms. But man, that's pretty good. They got me pretty good. You guys got me pretty good, because they know I'm like zzz, I like straight lines, and then our whole lives is that process. Used to live here for a long time. Nothing's been clean at all. Just everywhere, and I ask for a more ultimate challenge than this. But yeah, it's a lot of work. Spirit, but that's what it's me. It's my reflection. That's where I'm at spiritually, or in my path. It's what's around me. So, but man, this is pretty daunting. I'm watching James Bond, growing up, man. I think, oh, that's so neat how that interacts with that and all of this, but this is, like the culmination of that. Why can't I just go move to paradise and just live there? That's not what it's about. Someone else is watching. We're all watching this, playing and laughing this game together through us down here. That's all there is. That's the Godhead that looks out into its environment. So, whatever you perceiving out there, you're dreaming that up. That's you out there. There's nothing out there that is not you. It's not. Nobody can do anything to anyone other than trigger them, and then those emotions, but it's actually pure comedy. It's all pure comedy. So I'm going in between those two zones. I was down this morning, and I was picked up, throughout my love life. I'd see something I like, and take the next step, and then, oh, could this be the one? And then as soon as that love started coming up, mm, but I felt it where it was, that love for my mother that I had tucked away. It was like, is it time to come up? And at that surface, that's like the sky and the ocean, the emotional ocean wants to come up, but the ego that's looking around on the surface said, nope, it's not time. But all the ego knows is that it's just up there trying to make sense, So mine would be, oh well, she's got a mole on her lip, and she can't be the one, And I would just go about my. So I would tuck that away, that preconceived conclusion, because that love was trapped in there, and but I'd go have my fun, with all my good excuses, breaking the law out there. It's a good show. But, it's not a show I want for the rest of my life. It's not all there is. I've always intuitively sensed that. I see, what's going on around me. And so, I'm feeling the parents' pain that you guys have had with your children. I try to sidestep that, but no, you don't get to sidestep that one. It's the whole experience. But so I will see, I don't know what's going to happen, but everything I see now is just so out of, but it's hilarious, but it's sad too, what happened to them. But we all have it. I got another one because I was like, well, what if someone did have a, perfectly loving mother and father, right? And I know one, a real good one. And so a million stories in there as we keep exploring, and but guess she's still getting pissed off and stuff. Not over the board, but so it's more of a sort of approach. It's well, we were here, now the whole Earth's going to change, everything's going to happen like that. But it's the show, 783 Earth Frequency show. But our choice is from our vantage point where do we want to watch it. So I'm not going to be out there struggling in the samadhi. We'll do this, like a kid and a child in a sandbox trying to push it, but just read it. Oh, that means something else. That's for me, or it's just a nicer way to go about life, because you're not putting all your energy out there trying to think that there's something else out there beyond you. And I was moving with the flow, all the music sounds different, my emotions are different. I'm not just, I got to get this job done and do that job. It's a million jobs all around me. Yeah, I'm just do this one little thing here and little thing here. Just let it come. Just let it flow to you. I have one more funny. We'll get to it. But just the contrast. I scraped the whole court over here. I'll show you real quick. I just scraped that bitch clean, man. It was just filled with earth. And then Sean came over and mowed the grass. But then I came back over here. There was a big grass swaths everywhere. He didn't sweep it up. Maybe just part of the we pre-agreed to see if we could get triggered in these roles in this life that we're dreaming for eternity from there, and to just make it that much more hilarious, and all the stuff we've been watching in the movies, the cliffhangers, or all that stuff good there. That was just to get used to what the real life is. For when you were ready. So now here I'm in the role of the man, but I can't think of that dynamic. We just thought it was the one we knew growing up. There's that one. I tried to get out of that one, but nope. Now it's that one. So that's where I'm at with all that, and I try not to trigger my roommate, but I know exactly where it is. The points, and so, but it's going well. Because when it started, the second wave started, it's just out of nowhere. I was I had to clean these windows at my old place, and I was like, yeah, but you've been looking at these dirty windows for 4 years. It didn't bother you then, right? So, but something changed in me, right, that needed to be addressed. But it's just from the set, that's what I'm doing in my set, as a That's what's being reflected from the spiritual energy zine stuff that I'm dealing with. And so these vlogs is what they are, video log. I'm just documenting my experiences as I go through these. So they might be of use as other people get into this, go through this process. To wake up, you can heal those relationships with your family, or I don't know, maybe just hang on to them. It's for the king, for the God in you to watch that and laugh, and then you pop out and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that's what that was. But yeah, the first one is the biggest, and then in the middle you get another big one. You lose your parents, so traumatic, make you angry, and then but that's what kind of makes the show go on. People get triggered. The guy, that 96, this watch really interested in that. Oh, that's what it was. Molly and I were growing up, we're so close, trauma bonded, and I could tell when she wanted to get something out of me, she would, zoom in there, but then I'd watch her face, no reaction, but her face would start going, like start getting excited. I was like, what's wrong with your face? What are you doing with your face? Right? But that's her energy spirit body intermingling with the physical, being revealed. That the real game there is, she was waiting for a zinger, get that emotional zinger out of there, because that's what God's interested in, Too much, so this is just my therapy, and so to watch the dogs, they're accustomed to pooping on the court. Might be a problem there. They have been accustomed to eating in bed. Eating in bed. The trash can is in back to the living room. It's like first I was cleaning up, I was like, I've wasted an awful lot of steps to throw stuff away. And there's so you can't laugh until the heel drama thing. But I will address that and keep going on this. But walking to the living room, there's a refrigerator that works, but there's not enough pantry space. So turn the refrigerator into a pantry, so when you walk in, there's an open pantry. It's like, wow. This is grown accustomed to people getting that reaction, and that's part of it. But that happened to Kristen when she walked in. She was like, ah. Kids, we like to do that down here, scare each other. And the light shows. It's just to see if you be scared, if you'll take the bait. I caught a little bit of a football game on the back of the player's jersey, instead of their names, it says Black Lives Matter. Oh man, I was like, these guys this just doesn't stop get any funnier. So, well, feeling like I better knock out. I still got a few humdingers in here. I usually don't do these until I'm done with my humdingers, but I got a couple more in there. And last night, just out of nowhere, broken glass everywhere. Just out of nowhere, I was like, I hear that song. It's one of my great songs. And when you know, I come in the house on the side here, first time, and there it is, broken glass everywhere. Broken window, doors all down. I was like, I see what you guys are up to. I was a little bit like, because they were all against me yesterday, but over the night I slept with it, and it's another symbol of how coordinated the set is. That was our clue that, there is a grand architect, and it's us all sharing that to make these patterns down here, to laugh, eventually have fun, but you got to make peace with the one that's in there if it's trying to get out and it's afraid of being expressed, and to tell the one you're identifying in the set that they might have hurt you. For me, with my mom, I'm like going along in line, just jamming, great, and then, it's not enough for the show. I come to terms with, a little bit more excitement here. Oh, and then I got the answer to that today, why all this conflict between the parents and the child, and cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. And the answer is in there. It's one of my dad's favorite songs, to go see the world. right? Just me and mom looking at each other in love. And having that drama, I did. I saw a lot, you know. That was my motivation to get fuck up out of Dodge and have some experiences. So it's just another piece of coming to terms with that so-called seemingly, oh, I cannot deal with that relationship, with that, it's just too traumatic. Just keep going. Till it will heal itself out, and we will laugh. But there's a barrier from walking out of the light cavern, watching shadows on the wall. I mean, that's just the check, right? Just take that little leap, and it's just not that bad. It's the real emotional cleansing. That's what's in there that is causing these seemingly, you're making yourself miserable if you are, or if you're afraid. That's only you as a God can do that. And it's funny for the God in us, and we're just bouncing along, just watching that show. It's off the hook. So anyway, hope everyone's doing good. Just a nice, beautiful fall. That's what we control up here. Enjoy the set. You know, you thought that it was random and somewhere, but no, you're dreaming that up. That's your manifestation. So, all right, I'm gonna get back at it, and we'll just keep tucking these in here, and just, you know, my therapy, follow my seemingly insane life, but I figure out what it is. But you our guys are the magic for that. So Molly, I'll be in touch, and we'll go from there. All right, everybody, much love.